What's up, everybody? Tom Santilli here, fighting a little bit of a cold. Got a little bit of a scratchy throat this week, but happy to be back with a brand new episode of Movie Show Plus. Coming up on today's show, Greg interviews Liam Neeson with his new movie, The Ice Road, on Netflix. Also, Questlove is on the program today. We have some special looks at movies like Fast and the Furious 9, which is the big movie opening up the final weekend in June, as well as a behind the scenes look at Respect, which is the Aretha Franklin biopic coming out. Can't wait for that one. So all that coming up on the show. Of course, if you're watching this, there's a countdown clock up in the corner. You might be wondering what that is. If you have been following the show lately, you know that we now have a live element to the show. So when that clock gets down to 0, we will be entering the live portion of our show, which you can watch from our website, movieshowplus.com. You could join us on our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. You can leave comments. We'll answer them in real time. And it's just a lot of fun. Me and Greg this week are going to be at a special location, and you'll just have to tune in to find out where. But it's very delicious smelling. If you're watching this right now and you don't see a countdown clock in the corner, don't panic. That just means that you're watching the show on rerun and we've already done the live show, in which case the live show should also be on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. So you can head there and check that out as well. So much going on in the movie industry. We're so excited that movies are back open in Michigan with all of the recent restrictions lifting. That means movie theaters also are back to 100% capacity. So I hope to see you all around town and at the theater. But let's just dive into today's episode. We'll start off with a special look at the new Fast and Furious movie, F9.
The world has a way of changing, but there's one thing that always stays the same. You miss the old life.
Do you?
Every day.
This summer, we're finally going to return to that theatrical experience, and this is going to be one that is going to be so special to share.
I'm so excited. We're finally out and like you're in a theater seeing a movie. I haven't seen the movie too, so I'm super excited to see it.
Now.
Letty.
It's crazy to be even a footnote in one of the chapters of this amazing franchise, but it continues to deliver and it continues to entertain fans around the world. And I can't wait for them to see this installment because of not only the action it'll deliver, but also the questions it's going to ask with people leaving the theaters as well. I think that'll be really fun.
You know, you never know whether, whether you're going to be invited back or not, So I was so thrilled that I was invited back. And I've always said I'll do anything. I'll just do, I'll be a character in the background if that's what you want me to be.
We've been at it for 20 years, man. That's a huge thing. It's like being married for 20 years and still looking at your wife and having butterflies in her stomach after all this time.
Well, that was new.
What the hell was that?
You heard about the cave-in?
Yeah.
I'm putting together a rescue mission.
We have 26 trapped miners who are running out of air.
I need 300 feet of pipe delivered up there in under 30 hours. Can you make it happen?
Says you had experience on the ice road.
Yep.
He's a mechanic?
One of the best.
Sweet Jesus.
Just want to start out this movie. I enjoyed it because it took us on a ride that we really weren't expecting. I mean, we start out in the beginning. Here's you and your brother just wanting to go out and help these miners who have been, caught in the mine. Just as this thing just continues to unfold, it's like, wow, you think it's going left, but this ride definitely goes to the right, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it does. It does. There's a few thrills and spills. And it was inspired by Jonathan Hemsley, our writer-director. It was inspired by Wages of Fear. I don't know if you remember that French film. It came out in I think it was the early 50s.
Okay.
It's kind of classic. And it was a different scenario, but it involved trucks delivering very sensitive material. I think it was explosive materials. But that inspired Jonathan to write this. And our story, The Ice Road. And I thought it was a beautiful script. I loved my relationship with my brother, played beautifully by Marcus Thomas, who has got this condition called aphasia, where he has trouble not so much comprehending language, but speaking it.
Right.
It comes out kind of gobbledygook in all shapes and sizes because of an injury he received while serving in Iraq as a soldier. So that was it made me think of Mice and Men, Steinbeck's Mice and Men, which I played. I played Lenny many years ago in the theatre in Ireland. And I just like that aspect of the story, that we're two brothers, we care for each other. I get so pissed off at him certain times, but he's a genius mechanic, and I'm an okay driver. And we look out for each other.
It was very real. It got down to, I believe, minus 50 degrees. That is real temperature that real people experience.
Oh my goodness. I live in Michigan and we definitely are warmer than that. So good. Now, in this film, it's all about you guys who are going out to help these miners who get stuck. And you have to go across an ice road, to which folks, it really is a road made of ice. So of course it's a treacherous thing to do. Little did you know there was so much more stuff going on, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's just a whole interesting, adventure to see. And even for you, I mean, just like even driving the truck. I mean, I know you weren't a truck driver before, but what was that even like for you, just getting used to that?
It was cool. My oldest brother is a real trucker. He was a real ice road trucker as well. So I think the first time that I was ever behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler was when I was about 10. He drove it to our house for Christmas, and I think he tricked me into turning it on, and I'm pretty sure that I cried because I think it was so big and powerful and loud and scary. So it was cool. So it was like kind of ironic when I found out that I was going to be doing this, because I was like, here we go, like you and me, truck. But it was also like it was cool to be able to like come back and actually like have that experience and then to share that with him.
Oh, that has to be super. I mean, yeah, it's like you put me in my first one when I was a kid. Now I'm doing it in the movie thinking about you. That's so cool.
It was fun. It was fun to like have that, because I remember like being a kid and like we used to watch the show Trick My Truck, and like like everybody was watching Pimp My Ride, like we were watching Trick My Truck. And I remember like going in, because he would work for different companies or have different trucks or do things to them. And I remember like going in and seeing his like little like mobile turtle life and like thinking it was so cool when I was a kid. So then being able to like have that and feel like, oh, I'm experiencing this for myself was cool.
Cut me loose or you're all going in. There's no time.
Is anybody out there?
We're coming. Just hang on.
Aretha Franklin.
What you
the Queen of Soul. We know her as this legend. But there's a story to everyone. Her life had so much depth to it, and it came through the music.
The thing that kept coming to me was the idea of a woman who has the greatest voice in the world.
You're special, Ree.
But who still doesn't know what her voice is.
Until you find a song that move you, you ain't going nowhere.
She wasn't born the Queen of Soul.
I need a change.
She became the Queen of Soul. And the journey is, how does she become it artistically and personally?
This song goes out to anyone who's ever felt mistreated.
She was able to musicalize her lived experience. And there's a handful of people on planet Earth that were given the gift of that sound. So when you're thinking about who's gonna play her, it better be another person who has one of the great voices of all time.
Jennifer knew Aretha and sang with her. And so Aretha chose Jennifer to play her.
Aretha identified in her, this is who I want. This is who would be able to deliver what it is that I delivered.
There was a camaraderie between her and Jennifer.
When I look back at my career, Aretha was like the blueprint of it all. It's like it was destined in a way.
This is one of the ones where there's nothing to hold back. And Jennifer threw her whole self into that.
Every song, every take, everything that's on camera, Jennifer sings live.
She has that thing in her voice like Aretha has in her voice, the anointing. She can sing anything.
She'll sing a song down and I'll go, oh my God. I don't want them to all see me crying because this is the best thing I've ever heard. And that was for take one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Music was Aretha's comfort zone, her expression. And I feel like that's where her and I relate.
About 6 months before we started shooting, Jennifer would spend time with movement coaches. She had to learn piano.
I took the initiative to take piano lessons because I felt I can't attempt to play Aretha if I don't try to learn as many of her songs as I could. Let the song do the work. Follow me.
Jennifer is an actor who's all about the details. It's amazing to see the way she can embody Aretha physically, vocally.
What did you wish for?
More hits.
The amount of work she's doing is magical. So to support what she's doing, we gotta bring our 150%.
She's been able to create a really beautiful painting of Aretha that is full of authenticity.
Jennifer has never once been unsure of herself. As a female in this business, that is very rare.
Have you lost your mind?
Maybe I found it. I think Aretha would be very proud of Jennifer.
You are the global superstar.
Aretha's legacy plumbs the depths and the highs of humanity. And she tells us that every part of being a human being is okay.
Just do your thing as loud as you can.
This is a heavy life to portray. And I wanted to honor that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Aretha Franklin.
So we can compound anything from veterinary medication, we do a ton of that, all the way up to bioidentical hormones.
We've been very blessed to have or form relationships with local veterinarians, as well as we've also helped the Saginaw Zoo. We've helped anywhere from cats, dogs, horses, birds. But it's tricky because we have to get them to like these medications, and to do so, we can make it more personalized, whether flavor it chicken, beef, put medications in PLO gels to put in their ear. We can put things in treat form. So there's a wide variety of things we can do.
I am here today to celebrate the grand opening of Aratham Gourmet To Go plant-based organic meals, which I'm so excited to try today because they look absolutely delicious.
Aratham is a labor of love in every sense of the word, thanks to owners Gabriel and Tiffany Vera. Love, quality, health, and creativity, and plant-based cooking is the essence of Aratham. We truly care about your customers, your community, and the health of the planet. I'm super excited to welcome you today to present this proclamation. We're extremely proud to have Aratham Gourmet To Go here as part of our city.
We are truly grateful and blessed, for all of the support from the community and our clients and our family. It's really an experience, to do something that you truly love and you truly want to make an impact and to make a change in this world that truly needs it.
Thank you for your support, and we look forward to nurturing all of you.
How would you like to see the city of Detroit like you've never seen it before? On Russell Brothers City Tours, we take you to the places that you know, but the fun part is we take you to places that you probably don't know. Hi, I'm Greg Russell of Russell Brothers City Tours. Come on, let's get on board and take a tour of the city of Detroit. Where Russell Brothers City Tours started was actually in the winter of 2017. My wife and I and our daughter and her husband were at an event downtown Detroit. So when heading back home, I always ask, can I take the scenic route, which means just going woodward straight north. Normally, my wife would always say, just take the freeway. But this time I think it was my holiday gift, so she said, go ahead and take your scenic route. So as we're going up Woodward, I'm pointing out certain places and certain things, what they used to be, what used to be here, what happened in certain things. And my daughter was going, Pop, you know so much about the city, why don't you just give a tour? And it made me think, you know what, that's a good idea. So I got home and I called my brother Cliff Russell, and some of you may remember Cliff. He was a guy who knew everything about the city of Detroit, was deeply involved with the community. So I called him and I told him the idea, and he said, okay, hey Greg, you put it together and I'll be there. So we were all set. We were going to do it in 2018. Well, unfortunately, in February of 2018, my brother Cliff passed away from a heart attack. And it was devastating to our family, but it made me think even more about doing this tour. And that's why it's still called Russell Brothers City Tours. It is my tribute and my honor to my brother. So when I go around town, I tell people all about the places here and even talk about some of the stuff that Cliff did in the community. People sometimes ask, what's the difference between our company as compared to other tour companies? Well, one thing that we like to do is show you stuff that we're pretty sure you probably never have seen or heard of in the city of Detroit. Also, we let you at times customize your own tour. There might be some particular things that you want to see, where we don't just say, okay, no, we're stuck to our schedule and our thing. You want to go see something, we will take you to see it. We'd love to hear from you. Just give us a call, 313-399-0683, or go to our website, Russell Brothers City Tours, or on all social media. Come on, we'd love to take you for a ride.
Are you ready, black people? Are you really ready? Are you ready to listen to all the beautiful black voices, the beautiful black feeling, the beautiful black waves moving in beautiful air? Are you ready, black people? Are you ready?
Nobody ever heard of the Harlem Culture Festival. Nobody would believe that happened.
How are you?
Hey, what's up, Greg? How you doing, brother?
Doing great. Great to see you.
From the D. I love, it's one of my favorite cities.
All right. Well, we look forward to having you come back, whenever everything is great and all that way.
I love it there, man. I made some of my best records in Detroit. So yes, I love it there.
Great, great. Main question I really got to put out is how is it that probably outside of just people who lived in Harlem back in 1969, no one had ever heard about this before? How could it be hidden for 50 years?
Yeah, I'll say that when I was approached in 2017 about this film, I wasn't 100% convinced that this happened. I mean, you're telling me that Stevie Wonder, Nina Simone, Chambers Brothers, Ray Barretto, Hugh Masekela, like gospel artists, Edwin Hawkins, all these people gathered in Harlem the summer of 1969, 300,000 people seen it, and it was documented, and people said, no, this is not, we're good, we'll pass. That was mind-blowing to me. This really could have changed lives. When I was reading Prince's autobiography at the same time, and he tells the story about when he was 11, his father went to take him to see Woodstock. And how that changed his life at the age of 11. I just thought, like, man, like, imagine all the musicians in the Black community who were my age at the time. We could have used this film as our jumping point. Like, luckily, like, I still found my creativity in music. But it's 50 years later, and I feel like this film is just as potent and powerful as it ever was, and it can still work its magic.
Hi, Greg. How you doing? Oh my goodness, I am in just pure heaven being able to just talk to you two. This is so great. You know, I like most people, I just even have to geek out just to begin. It's been a fan forever, and we love playing your music all the time here in our home. So
well, thank you.
And we appreciate
we appreciate that.
Music.
That's for
Thank
sure.
you so much.
Oh, absolutely. And just starting out with this movie, I'll start with you, Marilyn. How is it it happened 50 years ago, and you look at the caliber of people who were there, but this wound up just being, when I say somewhat, buried for 50 years until now. That's just unbelievable, isn't it?
It's shocking, isn't it?
Yes.
It really is shocking. But you know, but we feel like it was lost until such a time as this, because when Questlove found it and realized what a special piece of material he had and realized how important it was, then he was able to put it together and present it in a way that the world sees it for the value that it is. And you know, it's important because it gives us a chance to show through his film and through our project, Blackbird, that we have to all come together and understand one another and appreciate one another, and realize that we are really more together when we can respect each other's cultures, our backgrounds, the things that we contribute to our country as our own history, and it's all of our histories.
And like you said, so many great stories we find out in this movie. In fact, one of the biggest ones, Billy. Think about it. If you hadn't have left your wallet or lost your wallet,
music. That's a great story, Greg.
Changed.
Never would have had Aquarius Let the Sunshine In, right?
Right.
But you know, it's a great story. It's too long to tell now, but you're right. But one of the great things about that footage is that when I think about it, it's all the people and the stars that were on that footage. When you see it, a lot of those stars were just beginning to see Stevie Wonder at such a young age, and all these people became very famous. And to see it now in 2021, and to see, and most people know these people now. You know, they know what they've done, and it's just this is going to be a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing for it to be found and to come out.
We believed in what we felt in here. So when we went up, let's go do it.
Push boy! Boss wants to see you.
I'm in trouble?
Someone is.
This man betrayed our trust. Do it.
You saved my life. We are going home.
I don't have a home.
Not yours. Mine. I can't change your past. But I can offer you a purpose. For 600 years, our ninja have brought peace to the world. I believe in you.
All right, what do I have to do?
The 3 challenges of the warrior.
The 3 challenges in the what now?
If you survive, you will gain access to our knowledge and our power.
Cobra is coming.
What's Cobra?
A shadow organization devoted to global revolution. I've I've been following you for some time.
Do I know you?
I know you, Snake Eyes.
Join us. This is your destiny.
That's going to do it for this episode of Movie Show Plus. Again, if you're a fan of this show, we have now moved to a monthly format. So we have a new episode every month. So right now you can expect our next new episode to air towards the end of July. We will announce the date when we have it set, but we have some fun stuff planned for you this summer. Also, make sure that you check out the live show. If you see a countdown clock right now, that means that the live show is going to happen when it gets down to 0 on our Facebook page or YouTube channel, or you can find it on movieshowplus.com. If you don't see a countdown clock, that means you're watching this in a rerun, and you can still catch the live show on those channels as well. We hope that you tune in. We hope that you participate. We hope that you are getting more comfortable getting back to the theater. We really appreciate your help in staying on the air and bringing you a locally slanted movie show. We're the longest running show in Michigan. We're very proud of that. And we are doing it with the help of our patrons. And there's a new way to help. That's by going to patreon.com/movie show plus. You can sign up for as little as $3 a month. And in doing so, you not only help our show, but you can win all kinds of stuff. We just recently gave away free tickets to In the Heights, to The Conjuring, and we have lots more lined up to give out to our Patreons specifically before the general public. So please, even again with the $3 pledge, it's a big help to our show and to maintain us if you like us and want to have us stay on the air into the future. So we appreciate your help. Thank you very much. Let's get into the live portion right after the credits. And we will see you next time on Movie Show Plus. Namaste.
Check out movieshowplus.com to watch this episode online and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel.